And now, the general weather around Alaska.
All right, well, we'll start off with a look at the fire weather update here for tomorrow, Saturday. The entire western half of Alaska will have a chance for wetting rain as a cold front sweeps across the interior. Tanana Valley, southeast of Delta Junction, will still have dry surface fuels, and westerly winds behind the aforementioned front may gust over 20 miles per hour. And then the outlook beyond Saturday, wet and cool weather will continue through the weekend with widespread wetting rain in the western and central interior. At the start of the week, a ridge brings warmer temperatures. And from there, taking a look at the fire danger graphic here, still have some very high fire danger along the east side of the eastern Alaska range there, and some medium to high fire danger here to the north there over the southern Yukon Flats area. Otherwise looking really good everywhere else with low fire danger forecast for tomorrow. And satellite imagery here showing low pressure here spinning in the Gulf of Alaska, bringing clouds and showers across much of southern Alaska from the eastern Alaska range, or the western Alaska range eastward there. And some more moisture about to move into the southeast coast. System right through here, band of clouds bringing rain to the Yukon Delta coast, actually from Nunivak Island, right on up across the Seward Peninsula there into Kotzebue Sound along the northwest coast. Had moderate rain falling last hour at Koyuk there in northeastern Norton Sound, or on the shore of Norton Bay. And some sunshine there around Arctic Village today after overnight lows coming up from around 30 degrees there at Arctic Village. Had some temperatures below freezing here over the Yukon Flats in areas like Chokyetsic at 29. So kind of a chilly morning there, but afternoon sunshine warming it back up there throughout the day today. Otherwise out here over the Bering Sea, not much going on. But another system, clouds with the next system farther to the west. And rolling that through again, you can see that slowly advancing eastward here with higher pressure making for light winds, dry conditions here from the Pribilof Islands down into the Aleutians and Alaska Peninsula as well. And looking at the forecast for tonight, low pressure here up over the Kobuk Valley or so. The trough extending southward brings rain and showers all the way from the western north slope, northwest interior areas, right on down along and to the northwest of the Yukon River into the Delta, with some scattered showers and cloudy skies lingering there, and northerly winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Could be a few higher gusts, but nothing too strong here over the Bering Strait into the northern Bering Sea, and that pattern extending up into the Chukchi Sea. Higher pressure here, light winds and dry conditions for the Aleutians. A little breezy, but not too bad wind-wise, with some clearing for the Alaska Peninsula and the Fox Islands. Warm front rains begin to spread into the far western Aleutians around Shimya and Attu. And then a trough here along the North Gulf Coast into the Panhandle, periods of rain and showers there, with just isolated showers here over the northern Sitna Valley into the Kuskokwim Valley areas, but dry for Bristol Bay and Kodiak Island. This system here to the southwest, see tomorrow tracks northeastward, pushing a front, more rain into the Panhandle, so a wet day tomorrow for the southeast coast, as well as the North Gulf Coast. Cloudy skies with areas of rain and showers here, especially along the Kuskokwim Valley and the southern Kenai Peninsula areas. Scattered showers over the eastern interior, more widespread areas of rain here, as we mentioned earlier, over the western interior, especially from the Yukon Delta coast there, right on up along that trough there over the Noatak Valley and out to the northwest coast, with even some rain into the central north slope on out to the Arctic coast there, but staying dry over the northeast interior. Eastern Brooks Range on out to the eastern Arctic coast looks pretty dry for Saturday. Light winds here over the Bering Sea with widespread areas of clouds, but dry conditions, pretty much precipitation free for the Alaska Peninsula all the way out to about Kiska Island. And you get rain and increasing winds there over the western Aleutians with that next system that tracks northeastward here, and a pretty good front developing along that for Sunday south of that system there, with possible small craft advisory winds into the Aleutians, small craft to possibly gale force winds here into the west central Bering Sea. and some of that moisture spreading into St. Lawrence Island. Staying west of the Pribilofs, higher pressure here. Look for partial clearing with light winds, dry weather. Pretty good day coming up for Kodiak Island, Bristol Bay, into Cook Inlet and the Kenai Peninsula. Heading into the Susitna Valley, pick up better chance of some showers of the Kuskokwim Valley as well, and pretty widespread area of showers and rain here over the eastern interior, right on down to the Alaska Range, with scattered afternoon showers over the mountainous terrain. Chugach Mountains here, Copper River Basin, Wrangles, into the Yakutat area, and decreasing showers there for the southeast coast, but another warm front here to the southwest. We'll see where that leads to. Really doesn't push, a pretty weak system here, so as you can see, the low tracks northward, but the precipitation stays off the southeast coast, so you're left with variably cloudy skies, scattered showers around with some partial clearing possible there. Could see a few sun breaks, optimistically speaking, that is, there for the Panhandle. Yakutat, chance of showers. Eastern Copper River Basin, chance of showers. High pressure over the interior ahead of this system pushing in. Make for a pretty good day on Monday here from Kodiak Island, partly to mostly sunny skies. Bristol Bay over toward Prince William Sound, of course, south central Alaska. Right on up through the central interior into the North Slope. And then this system out here, for possible gale force winds ahead of this front for Monday, with a widespread area of rain coming into the west coast areas, and that trails back out to the southwest into another system there, spreading wind and rain into the Adak and Atka area. And due to those increasing winds, we've got coastal flood advisories out for Monday for the Yukon Delta coast, eastern Norton Sound, in fact, south coast of the Seward Peninsula there, for high surf that could possibly result in some minor beach erosion during high tides there. And from there, taking a look at the low temperatures for tonight, in the 30s for the North Slope and the Arctic coast, 40s and 50s elsewhere around the state, although mostly in the 40s out over the Bering Sea, on up into the Chukchi Sea. And then the highs for tomorrow, lower 70s here over the eastern interior, north of the Alaska Range. Could push up towards 70 in the Copper River Basin. Otherwise, south central Alaska, lower to mid 60s. Same thing for Bristol Bay, Kodiak Island, the Panhandle. 50s out over the Bering Sea and the Aleutians, with highs anywhere from, say, 50 over toward Barter Island to 39 at Utagavik. Lower to mid 40s for the western Arctic coast of St. Lawrence Island. Mid 50s for the Pribilofs. Lows for Sunday morning, 30s here for the North Slope and the Arctic coast. 40s to lower 50s for the remainder of interior Alaska, in the 40s out west, and in the 50s, mid to upper 50s, warmest over the southern southeast coast, pretty mild there. That'll be followed by highs, 65 to 70 over the southern Panhandle, about the same here over the eastern interior, 65 to 70, mid 60s in the Copper River Basin, lower to mid 60s south central Alaska to Kodiak Island, lower 60s Bristol Bay. Upper 50s and near 60 for the Alaska Peninsula. Otherwise in the 50s here for the Bering Sea and the Aleutians. 30s and 40s for the North Slope and the Arctic coast.